Good morning. I think, hope you're all fine. This is Subhashri working in Prasanna Vidya Mandir School, Mamandur. The PPT was prepared by myself, SV Subhashri, presented by myself and my co-staffs, Ms. Shanta Kumari. I am handling the subject social for class 6, section A and B. Today, we are going to see important topic from the lesson number 2, striving for equality, month, September month, week, second week, and this is the continuation of first video. Expected learning outcomes. At the end of the session, students will be able to describe the caste system, elaborate the term untouchability, illustrate how the caste system affect the society, explain the articles that are given in the Constitution of India. We know already studied in the previous lessons the Vedic age. In that Vedic age, based on the society and based on the occupations, they divided caste into 4 types. First one, Brahmanas or Brahmins. Second one, Kshatriyas. Third one, Vaishyas. And fourth one, Shudras. So, Brahmins or Brahmanas, they are at the top of the society. They considered people closest to God. Next, Kshatriyas, they are the warriors. After them, Vaishyas, they are business people and some of them merchants and traders. And then the last will be the Shudras. They consider the lower caste of the people. Some of them are farmers and some of them worked as servants. And below these, the untouchables, also known as Dalit. So, next topic will be untouchability. So, untouchability is nothing but it is a practice of ostracizing a group of people regarded as untouchables, resulting in the segregation and preclusions from the people regarded as higher caste. So, we already learned in the previous slide, below lower class will be the Shudras. Apart from these Shudras, the untouchables, we call it as that Dalit people only faced this type of problems, that is untouchability. Still, they are working as a servant and also a labor from other caste people, that is Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. So, people we call it as Dalit. So, according to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, a great leader and who is the head of the Indian Constitution Assembly, religion must mainly be a matter of principles only. It cannot be a matter of rules. The moment it degenerates into rules and it ceases to be a religion, as it kills responsibility, which is an essence of the true religious act. See, the untouchability can cause us many discrimination and also it can kills one dignity and individuality. So we can try to eliminate the untouchability from our society. Next. So we know the two great leaders, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, and Dr. Ambedkar, the father of Indian Constitution Assembly, say that they both joined together and fought for untouchability. So in the year 1950, Gandhiji and Mahatma Gandhiji and Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, met in one conference. That is the first time the two great leaders met each other. So that time, Gandhiji recommended Ambedkar as a law minister who could draft India's constitution. So according to Mahatma Gandhiji's recommendation, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, as the principal and author of the constitution, firmly puts an end to the untouchability under the Article 17. But unfortunately, Gandhiji does not live to see his conversion either. In 1956, Ambedkar converts to Buddhism. According to Mahatma Gandhiji, he called the people of untouchability, call it as Harijans. The meaning of Harijan is nothing but God's people. So the next important topic will be preamble. The preamble is nothing but introduction that is given into the constitution. We know we are the people of India having solemnly resolved to a constitution into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic to secure to all the citizens. So the preamble, that is Constitution of India, gave some important things. First one is justice. It is social, economical and political. Next, liberty. It is nothing but one's thought, one's can expression, one can express their feelings, belief, faith and worship. Next, equality. The equality which comes under equality of status, and men and women are equal and equal opportunity. For example, employment opportunity, and to promote among them all. The last will be the fraternity. The fraternity which can include the dignity of the individual and the unity and integration of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, that is 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adapt, enact and give to ourselves this constitution. So, the next topic will be the articles. So, the Constitution of India frames many articles. Out of these, 4 articles was very important. So, first one, Article 14. The Article 14 which can gives, that is, before the law, all of them are equal. The state shall not deny to any person equality before the law or the equal protection of law within the boundary of India and grounds of religion, race, caste, sex and place of birth. And next, Article 15. Article 15 which can indicates the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds of only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth or any of them. And Article 16 is employment opportunities. That is, there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens in all matters relating to the employment and or appointment to any office under any state. Article 17, this is the important article, the article which can related to abolition of untouchability. We can see one by one. So Article 14, the Article 14 which can states that equality before law. So equality before law is nothing but we can treat the people equal before the law. That is, the Article 14 can treat all the people the same in the eyes of before the law. This profession states that all the citizens will be treated equally before the law. So the law of the country can protect everybody equally. Under the same circumstance, the law will treat the people in the same manner. So according to this article, Article 14, we can treat everyone equally. Next, Article 15. The Article 15 which can prohibits the discrimination in any manner. So, never in day-to-day life, we are facing many discrimination. The discrimination is based on place of birth, religion, caste, color complexion, and the disability, liability. So, we have to stop this discrimination. So, the Article 15 which can indicate prohibition of discrimination in any manner. No citizen shall on grounds only of race, religion, caste, place of birth, and gender, disability, a restriction or condition with respect to access to public places, use of tanks, wells, guards, etc. They are maintained by the state and that are meant for the general public. So, discrimination is the main problem we are facing our day-to-day life. So we have to stop this discrimination. It can also reduce one's individuality and freedom. Next, Article 16. The Article 16 which can indicate equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. So Article 16 can provide equal opportunity for all the citizens in the state. So no citizen shall be discriminated against in matters of public employment or appointment on the grounds of race, religion, caste, sex, place of birth, or residence. Exceptions to this can be made for providing special provisions for the backward class. So, in India, the government can provide lot of employment opportunities for the backward classes. So, we can use this opportunity to uplift that backward classes or lower classes. So, according to the Article 16, equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. So, the citizens of India, they have the equal rights for employment opportunities. Next, the Article 17. So, abolition of untouchability. So, this article can prohibit the practice of untouchability. So, untouchability is abolished in all forms. Any disability arising out of untouchability is made an offence. We should stop this untouchability. If anyone rising any problem can rising out of untouchability is considered as an offence. Next. So, we have to keep calm and stop discrimination and prejudice. Thank you.